Well, if I get my camera on, and that's not the way you do it. All right. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Well, here we are, another Thursday night. We got Tim here on the panel. We got Steven on the panel. Got a few of you watching. Why You Run Naked For? There's the only one out there in the chat. He's kind of lonely tonight. So maybe we'll pick up a few as we go along. Just
talk to the man who saw a story that she said to cancel the train show in Frosty.
Yeah, everything's been canceled
this year.
Yeah, everything's canceled this year. Randall, he just popped in.
Yep. Hey, Randall.
But let everybody know we've got, let's see, August the 22nd is going to be the Empire Show. That'll be show number 9. And then September the 5th will be show number 10 for Railroad Empires. And my last show for the month will be on the 27th. That's the only 2 shows we got running this month for the rest of the month. So, and just for everybody to know, I've got some bad storms running through. So if I lose power, that'll be it. I'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
We need to really get Andy on that other system going.
Yeah, well, YouTube's changing everything around, so it may be a rather difficult thing to do.
That Streamlabs OBS supposedly will retrieve the stream keys every time it connects.
Yeah, well, I'm getting a little tired of YouTube anyway. I'd like to see everybody just switch over and start watching us on Twitter TV. You get a 1080p stream, the audio's better. You don't get all that. You don't get all the buffering that you get in YouTube.
Yeah, Michael and Dwight's over in the chat room now.
Yeah, see that. Bill will be starting back with his shows next month. He's got some good people lined up.
Yeah, he does. He got some interesting ones lined up. Hello, Nancy.
Hey, Nancy, how you doing?
Butch.
Yeah, we had a couple. Gino was one, and yeah, I think it was John. They sent me some pictures about a month ago what they were doing on their layouts, and y'all want to do that, send me some pictures, and we'll post them up on Thursday night show and show them to everybody what you've been doing or what you're doing. Talk about it. And do a little show and tell of what people in chat and all's been up to. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad, Nancy. Just really busy with some family business right now.
Dwight's asking, what have you been up to, or what you've been working on lately, Johnny?
I haven't been working on anything. I got too much going on in the family. I'm having to work on dealing with lawyers and
Yeah.
real estate agents and everything else. Couldn't find out I couldn't even sell the car.
Really?
Yeah. I had to go out and redo the title, put it in my name as a inheritance, and then I could sell it. So right now I'm waiting on the new title to come in, because the girl that was getting the car, she come picked it up today. I wrote her out a bunch of bill of sales, because in the state of Georgia you can only drive 7 days on a bill of sale.
Well, Nancy, I can't say as I blame you there.
Yeah. Yeah, come on over this way, Nancy. It's not quite as rainy as it is in Seattle.
Yeah, they're scratch built. I actually made one the other night on the Empire show. And no, it's not Easy Line. It is actually jewelry beading wire.
Well, Nancy's headed to Louisiana, so soft touch.
Yeah, it's a jewelry beading wire. It's 14 thousandths inch in diameter. There's about 30 foot of it on this roll.
Just under a 32nd.
Yeah.
Hey, Nancy, don't go to New Orleans. As long as you stay a little north of that, it'll be all right. You don't have to worry about flooding too bad.
Yeah, I'd stay away from anywhere that's below sea level.
Yeah. All right, going to D. Ryder. Don't have any idea. I don't know the state that well, so.
Michael, I do have some of that. I got some of those Walther's telephone poles, and I got some Easy Line, but I've not used it yet. I think what I'm going to wind up doing is doing a scene where I've got some old telephone poles, smaller telephone poles with that Easy Line on them, which would be the Walther's poles, and they're replacing them with these bigger, taller telephone poles.
Yeah, people I know that've used the Easy Line said they liked it.
So,
Worked out pretty good for them.
yeah, it works pretty decent when it's up near the front of your layout because it doesn't. It stretches.
Yeah.
And it goes back to its original shape. It doesn't pull on your poles.
Well, to a point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty forgiving. This stuff I've got here, I think it is Easy Line, but it came with the Walther's poles. It's pretty elastic. It's pretty flexible and stretchy. I gotta find it. I had it the other night. Yeah.
Nancy's asking, she's packing her layout up, getting ready to move, wants to know what would be a good material to use for the buildings and the trains and all. You might want to try the bubble wrap, but on your cars and stuff, on the rolling stock, like Ralph says, wrap those first with tissue paper and then put the bubble wrap around that, because the bubble wrap tends to leave impressions in the paint on the rolling stock and locomotives. So buildings you'll probably be okay with.
And then make sure you stuff the boxes as tight as you can get it with filler,
Yeah.
so nothing moves around.
You know, plastic totes may be a good thing too, since they're a little bit on the tough side. You don't have to worry about cardboard boxes busting open.
Yeah, Walmart's got these roller tubs right now. They're about 20 or 30 bucks, and they're like 40 quart. They're pretty good sized tubs,
Yeah.
and or 40
Yeah.
gallon.
They got the rollers on, they'll make it a little easier moving around. I don't know how well they'll stack. But,
They'll stack it on top of each other pretty decently.
yeah. Lloyd just joined us, MHO Junction. How you doing, Lloyd?
They got handles for pulling with and everything on them, and locking
Yeah.
latches, and I use them for transport my trains back and forth to train shows.
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff here at the house that I just put them in totes.
Yeah, Lloyd, how are you doing? Doing better?
Yeah, anything that stacks and can take some weight, I like. Lloyd said much better.
There it goes. Yeah, that's good. I got a delay in my chat for some reason now. Did you scratch it all off, or did the itching just stop?
What do you do? Have some poison ivy?
Apparently, he had a reaction to wearing his mask for too long at one time. That's why he was not on the show last weekend.
Yeah.
He was at the hospital getting looked at.
Yeah, people up there at Walmart don't like me. I get to the door and they go, "Can we offer you a mask?" I said, "No, I'm not sick. That's for sick ones, and healthy people shouldn't be wearing them." I didn't know Dwight didn't know anything about Eucerin. That's some really good stuff there. It's the only hand cream I can use. I got severe dermatitis. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people disagree, Lloyd.
I'm being told the same thing, Nancy, by the VA, but the government still requires us to wear them when we're going into our visits. So
Yeah. Well, I used to do indoor air quality. I'm an indoor air quality technician, so yeah. Well, Randall's asking what scale do we model. Well, Nancy's an N scaler.
I'm
Tim,
Joe.
yeah, Tim's HO. Dwight is a dual gauge. He does HO and N scale, and Lloyd MHO. He's HO. I don't have a layout. I'd like to try and get one in at some point, but that'll be HO. I do help other people here locally. Michael said, "Yeah, I'm waiting on Walters or someone to start producing HO figures wearing masks."
It's an easy fix. Just paint them on.
Yeah.
Who was I seen the other day? Was doing a deal with the character. A lot of the mascots and stuff are wearing masks now.
Yeah. Steven is froze up. I think if anybody knows Steven, he cannot be still. So he's not being very, very still.
Yeah, I think he was trying to say something a while ago when I was coming in all Mickey Mousey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Randall, I gotta wear them too when I work on driving vehicles in and out of our shop, and when I go up to our parts department or into the front office, we gotta wear our masks, or if we're gonna be within 6 foot of another tech.
Grain Express was in scale quality has come so far that I wish I could switch from HO, but I have too much invested in that layout. Yeah, know what you mean there.
Yeah. I mean, heck, you can get sound in N scale now, so. I mean, used to be if you wanted sound, you had to at least come up to HO to get sound. Now you can get it in N scale.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You two just switch.
Yeah, that'll do it. Since Nancy's moving, she just kind of run by a Grain Express and swap them out real quick.
Yep.
Lloyd said it depends on your eyesight. Yeah. That and how nimble your fingers are.
Yeah. Mine are nimble, but I don't think they're nimble enough for N scale. The reason why I work on heavy truck and not automotive.
Yeah. You put it right. Why you run naked for? My G scale eyeballs are not compatible with N scale models.
Yeah.
That's one way of putting it.
And the plus to N scale is you can fit a lot into a little bitty space.
Yeah. But they still have problems with their buildings like the HO people do, not being really to scale.
Yep, that's selective compression.
Yeah, here comes Robert. He just popped in.
Evening, Robert. Get your butt in here. But you also got to think N-Scale's a lot easier to hide mistakes because everything's smaller.
Yeah.
We had Steven in here a while ago, but he froze, Robert.
Yeah.
I don't know if Johnny removed him or he just finally got it knocked out of the room.
No, they probably just dropped out.
Well, yeah, if you're running G-Scale, why are you naked?
No. He just has G-Scale. He just has G-Scale eyes.
So, like I said, his wallet's selectively compressed all the time. If he's HO selectively compresses mine at times. Well, that's where you scratch build, Nancy, or kit bash to get the buildings in the area you want. Now everybody's starting to pop in the chat.
Yeah. No, Human City, I think he was asking if I was still on vacation. I'm not really on vacation. I just went to doing the show every other week.
Yeah, Randall, I've seen that. And my only wonder is if they're not trying to compete with scale trains. The scale trains, they actually should be getting their Dash 9s in stock here soon. I could show you my wallet, but all the moths would fly out of it.
Oh, Human City, did you find that link I sent to you?
Nancy's doing the Coors building in Golden, Colorado in the 1950s.
Jerry said he doesn't get notified till about halfway through the show. Only thing I can say, Jerry, is go back and just redo the notifications. I
got mine 5 till.
We always do shows at 9 o'clock Eastern time, so you can adjust for whatever time zone you're in. All shows for us are at 9 o'clock Eastern time.
Well, Human City, you can join this via your phone. Robert's really trying to get Human City in here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I know to tell you, John. I mean, Jerry. Yeah, I'm talking to myself now. I was reading Jerry's, what he said. Yeah, that's the only thing I know to do is just redo your notifications and see if that works. I mean, they're changing their studio around, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Can't be more weathered than some of the guys in here, really. Yeah, I agree with Robert. We need to get some fresh faces. Yeah, I gotta watch Steve's latest one too.
They trying to say I need to go upstairs and wash my face.
Yeah. On my face. It ain't very fresh. Probably actually oily and greasy. They even have a little bit of diesel soot on it.
Andy must be working because he was in last week.
Battery's been on too late at night lately, and his old lady's giving him heck.
Did you see
I
why?
wish. My wife can't stand the smell of it. So if I've been working on fuel systems, I got to take a shower before I get anywhere near her.
It just depends, Adrian. He was asking what we use for cameras. If you're on a laptop, you use a camera that's built in. I do desktop, so I've got a Logitech 920 camera sitting on top of the main monitor. That's the one all y'all see when you're watching the show is my big monitor. I'm using a Logitech 920. I just plug it in, let Windows pick it up. I don't load their software up, so I don't get the autofocus and all that because that seems to mess up. Yeah, Robert, they can use the camera on their phone, but that's not that great, and it makes a lot smaller picture on the panel because Whereby is not really geared for cell phones. Oh yeah, Adrian said I figured I had to just put it on a mount. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm using Logitech 920 because it has a tripod mount on it, so I can mount it on a tripod if I need to.
Yeah, that's like my 690. It's got mounts on it, and I got booms that I've got mine mounted on.
But Here we go. Robert's going to try and prove us wrong. See, I told you you're going to come in with a smaller picture.
It doesn't look smaller to me.
It
It
is.
is.
It's the same size.
It
No.
is on my side. You're about a third of what John's
Yeah.
are.
I wonder if it's a front or rear facing camera. Let's test it. Let's see.
Maybe the sideways, whether you have your phone sideways or not, too.
I don't know if everybody wants to see your rear
There you
side or
go.
not. Yeah,
There
that
you
made
go.
it
Now you're
bigger.
the same size.
That go right. Okay, so if you turn the phone sideways, you can go full size. You go with the phone up a vertical, then it's gonna go small. What?
Hi.
Hi? You want to say hi?
See if he's going to talk like Andy, like Andy did last week.
Hey, Leo. Brushing his teeth in the bathtub.
Weird kid. He likes these video chats. I don't know why. He's weird. Yes, they're here. Yes.
Last time, right?
Yeah, you could do that, Jerry. Plug it into a 50-foot cord.
No, it wouldn't be the first, because I used to phone on my laptop all the time.
I'll be back in a few minutes, boys.
Battery was dead on it.
Damn, I got too many buttons, so I muted the wrong microphone.
No, I've not seen the photos of the BNSS 25th Anniversary Edition locomotive yet. Well, Jerry, it's whereby.com, and there's a app that you can download for your phone, or you can just open it up in your web browser. And after the whereby.com, you just put / our Nightly Rooms Model Railroading Live, all spelled out. The show is MRL-Live.
Or just go to the YouTube and the link's there on the YouTube post.
And if you need any help with setting it up, we're always willing to help with the nightly shows or nightly group chats. And creosote doesn't smell too good, though, when they're putting it onto the ties.
I thought you couldn't use creosote anymore. They outlawed that a long time ago.
They still creosote the ties.
I'm not sure that's going to be real creosote, because nowadays they have to use the chemical treatment. They're not using creosote lumber anymore.
I had a girlfriend lived up in Terre Haute, and she had a apartment that wasn't too far from a railroad tie facility up there. And when they were making ties, you could smell that creosote. Well, there's Ralph.
UMC lever nuts work very well. I've been using them on John's layout. We've used them over at the hobby shop a couple of times. I would suggest getting the 5-pole lever nuts for a good bit of it, especially if you're wiring sidings and stuff like that. Unless you want to connect all your common wires to terminal blocks and then have a main line coming through a lever nut over to the terminal block, you can do it that way. Well, I guess bath time's over.
Yep. Jen's in there getting him dressed right now. I let the dogs out, and he was laying in there getting drained. Pulls a pacifier in his mouth and goes, outside! And the dogs go out, I closed the door, freaked out.
We barely can hear you, Robert.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with this iPad. Sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's not. You still hear me okay, or is it still garbage?
Still kind of low.
Alright, I'll switch devices.
Why are you naked? Did you check Scale Trains? They just got their stock auto racks in. Depends on the area you're wanting. Yeah, Grand Express, that place was nasty smelling too. The paper pulp plant. Where are you at? Because I'm in Evansville.
You told me to put it on the TV? It's gonna be a little weird, but yeah.
Like where near Vincennes? Because I'm originally from Washington. Actually, I grew up in Maysville.
Shut up. TV, not you.
Okay. My dad lives up there in Vincennes now, down over on 2nd Street.
Are you watching yourself on YouTube?
I bet you the reason why he's so fascinated with this is the only place he can see so many clowns at one time on the screen.
I mean, I wasn't going to say nothing, but I'm not going to argue with you either.
Yeah. Yeah, he keeps checking TV to phone or whatever you got right there.
Yeah, that is an interesting bridge down there. Ryan Scott does a lot of photos of it on Facebook. It's I think he's Hoosier Rails on Facebook. He's in my model railroading club here locally.
So I'm pretty sure I decided I'm going to get him his own N-scale stuff and put it in his room.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan, Robert.
Well, you remember about a year ago or so, I bought that N-scale starter set just to see if I could like it.
Yeah.
Somewhat, barely.
But I read it. It's just a Lupa track with a what is it, a 060 steam engine and a couple of cars. And I ran it 3 or 4 times and went, no. So I got to thinking about it the other day. I broke it out. I set it up here on the floor, and he was really digging watching it go around. Of course, he wanted to touch it and knock it off the track and all this other stuff. But what do you expect? He's a year and a half old, right?
Yeah.
So I figure I'll stick with the DC for his stuff. I'll put it on a shelf, and then put up a plexiglass barrier so that he can't get to it, and keep the controls low enough that he can turn the knob if he wants to. Don't touch.
Yeah, Randall, I've got the SP 1500 or the MP 1500 sitting there. I've got that is, I think that's the Operator Series one. I'll have to double check. No, that's one of the rivet counters. And then I've got the Spirit of Ravina in the rivet counter, and then I've got an Operator Series Tier 4 Jibo. And I've got a couple dash 9s or and then a SD 70 in Norfolk Southern. Then I also have Thomas.
Everybody's got to have a little Thomas in their life.
And he's
That's
DCC
true.
and sound had DCC and sound added to him.
Yeah, Robert Randall said he just uploaded a video, Randall Elson, where he's trying to Thomas the tank engine for Liam to watch.
Yeah, I'll have to subscribe and check that out. Randall, do you upload those kind of videos often? I was thinking about creating him his own YouTube account so that he could have his own like personal selection of trains and music all in one channel, so we don't have to keep flipping back and forth.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Plus, you get if you do it as a kid's account, you get parental controls.
Yeah.
Yeah, Geo tracks were good for little kids, but you can't hardly get them anymore. Very carefully, Randall. Very carefully.
Very, very carefully.
He needs to come in on nightly chat and catch Martin. Because Martin, that's what he did, was he put a sound in one of his Thomas engines with Ringo Starrs.
Yeah, I've got the Ringo, and I've got Thomas talking. I've got Annie and Clarabelle talking. Plus, I have Annie and Clarabelle, and I've got Thomas introducing himself. I've got the Thomas theme song that plays. And Thomas chuffs as he's going down the track, and his brakes squeal when he comes to a stop.
Excuse me?
Sorry, I had little gremlins come upstairs.
Well, you're nicer than I am. I don't call mine a gremlin.
So these were my two youngest, so they're gremlins. The oldest, he's with his mom tonight. They're out doing PTA stuff. Yeah, but you couldn't beat Carlin though. It was odd, especially if you ever watched his comedy shows, and then here he is doing a kids show, and yeah, you're always waiting for the F-bomb, and it never came.
Well, Jerry, if you're asking me about if anybody's had any dealings with Intermountain with the refurbished diesels, I don't know of anybody. I couldn't say anything about that. Really don't know.
It's actually, there should be a video of it, I think, either on my channel or on my Facebook of Thomas. Let me see.
Nancy, if you're talking, yeah, that the one you're looking at, that's Tim's SHO.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's about the most done section of my layout right now.
I don't know that I have a most done section on my layout right now.
I don't know why you run Naked Forest searching for adult stuff. I'm not sure if he could handle that or not.
Adult comic stuff, even. That's just not right.
It's out there though. My kids accidentally found it one day. Thomas the Dank Engine. My kids are like, "What is wrong with Thomas?" Like, don't ask.
You don't want to know.
Here's the video of my Thomas.
Johnny, it looks like the stream's offline.
No, I'm good
Yeah,
here.
I just came back.
Cause I got him backed up against a bump stop on my workbench. I've got a bump stop on either end of my workbench.
Michael Colley said, "Put that sound in, a big boy."
Yeah. I put an LED light in it, and it's got a ESU version 5. That's one sound I need to get put in there. Is him saying "bust my buffers," but I had a hard time finding the sounds the way they were to put in it. And with the lock version 5 and the lock programmer, it's easy to add sounds. Yeah, the front headlight works. I need to do the back light. And his eyes move back and forth. Part of the actual mechanism, his eyes will move back and forth as he's moving down the rails. And he was a standard DC Bachmann locomotive when we got him. And my son wanted to run him on the layout, and the layout's DCC. So guess what? He got a DCC decoder. Like, no, I'm in here. I might as well put sound in it. So there's just enough room in the cab for the sound decoder and the speaker. Thanks, Jerry. We try. I don't think I had to modify the shell on this one. I may have had to grind some stuff out, like screw holes or something, but I don't remember. I don't think I did. I think I just set it in there and set it on an angle. There was just enough room in there for a version 5 with a speaker. The version 5 decoder's tiny. I'm trying to think if I got a version 5 sitting around here. Easy to grab. Show you just how small they are.
Yeah, Robert's on the west coast there, Human City. That's Washington, isn't it, Robert, where you guys are?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's abnormally clear skies today.
Yeah, I know I got a couple version 5s laying around here still, but I can't seem to find them right now. I gotta get some more ordered yet. But my railroad budget's probably killed for the next couple days or next couple weeks because I just spent $300 and something with scale trains.
Yeah. Hey, him and C,
On
we'll
rolling
catch you
stock, right?
later.
Yeah, all on rolling stock.
Yeah, John's headed off to bed. We've already hit the 1 hour mark, so. All right, next. Yeah. Next week, next Saturday, we got Railroad Empire, so that'll be at 9 o'clock on Saturday night.
Yeah, we're gonna be covering roads and other
Sidewalk.
things like that. I think.
Roads and sidewalks.
Yeah, roads and sidewalks. Should
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah.
I've never done one, so I'm gonna totally wing it. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Adrian, my wife's not home right now, so
Yeah.
like I said earlier, she's off doing PTA stuff, and she's got the oldest with her. I've got the 3 younger ones. They're downstairs watching YouTube and playing on the Xbox.
Alrighty, so we'll catch you guys next Saturday. That'll be the only show we got going next week. So y'all be sure to tune in. 9 o'clock Eastern time. Check your notifications, make sure they're working.
Here we go. Hang on, Johnny. Well, not one in it. Empty box. Thought I had one of my version 5s there for a second.
Alright, so we'll catch y'all a little later. Y'all have a good weekend. Be safe.
Keep
Have
the
a good
wheels
night,
off the
everybody.
tracks.